Hey guys, so today I'm going to be telling you about Python lists. So you probably know that in Python, lists are just arrays with different values. Like here we have a list called mylist with values 1 through 9. And you probably also know that we can get list elements based on their index. And in Python, list indexes start with 0. So if we try to access the fourth element like this, or the element with index 4, then we'll get 5 since it starts at 0. So let's actually try that. So as you can see, we have the number 5 because 5 is the value with index 4. Pretty cool. And next we're going to be talking about slice notation. So slice notation looks something like this. So you put a colon inside this index thing. So if we put a colon like this and the number 4, then we're going to get the first 4 elements of the list. So let's try that. So as you can see, this print statement returned a list with the first 4 values since slice notation works this way. And we can also put the slice after the number so that it prints all elements starting from the 4th element onward. So now it starts with the element with index 4, which is 5, and it returns a list with the values 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is pretty cool and pretty useful sometimes. And you can also do this. So you can put numbers on either side of the slice. For example, 2 to 5. So what this does is basically it returns a list with elements starting with index 2 and up to index 5, but not including index 5. So we can do this. So here it returned the element with index 2, which is 3, and up to 5. But you'll notice it doesn't include 6, which is the element at index 5. So this essentially is returning a list with the elements of index 2, 3, and 4, which is also pretty cool. And next we can actually use negative numbers for our list indexes. So here if we use -3 and then a slice, then we can return the last 3 elements in the list. So here look, it returns 7, 8, and 9, which are the last 3 elements in the list. And also you can add 2 slices and then a 2. Now what this does, a 2. Now what this does is basically it returns all elements with an even index. So it's basically taking every second number. So we can do this now. See, it returned all the elements with an even index. So index 0, index 2, index 4, index 6, and index 8. We can also do 3 to make it return every third element, like this one, index 0, index 3, and index 6. Now, moving on, we can also use a negative number here. Now, putting -1 here is something that I find pretty useful. Now, what this does is it returns a reversed list. You can also do this with like um, oops. You can also do this, but oh wait, sorry, I'm going to fix that. You can also do this, but it's pretty cool. So you can use list slicing to you can use slice notation to return a reverse list with negative numbers and stuff. And finally, we can use three numbers in the slicing. So we can do, say, 1, and then 8, and then 2. Now, hold on. What this does is basically it takes the elements starting with index 1 and stopping at index 8, not including index 8. So basically, it will do what it did before, except this time we have a 2 here. Now, what this 2 does, you'll recall, it takes every other element. So basically, this time it'll take every other element that is within the 1 to 8 range. So let's try that actually. So now let's try to explain what this is doing. So it starts at index 1, okay, and then it returns 4, which is like every other element, right? And then up to 8, and then it stops at index 8, and it doesn't include 8. So basically, slice notation, to summarize, the first digit in slice notation is the lower bound of the slice, and the second number is the upper bound of the slice. And notice that it does not include the element at the index of the upper at the upper at the upper limit. And the last digit, it returns, it's like basically like an interval number. So here it takes every second element, which is what slice notation does. Goodbye, and hope you learned something.